President Trump will end the radical left's reign of terror in Portland once and for all. The president has directed the Secretary of War to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE facilities under siege. Let's check this out.
President Trump will end
the
radical left's reign of terror in Portland.
Radical left. Fuck
the
you.
The president has directed Secretary Hegseth to provide all necessary troops to protect war-ravaged Portland and any ICE facilities under siege from attack by Antifa and other left-wing domestic terrorists. What's been allowed to happen in Portland, and we saw disturbing video footage of this last night. This is not peaceful protesting. This is left-wing anarchy
rhymes with Portland.
That has been destroying this great American city for years.
Antifaville.
Leaving police officers battered, citizens terrorized, and business properties damaged. Since early June alone, Antifa terrorists have laid siege to the ICE field office in South Portland. These radical left-wing lunatics have violently breached the ICE facility by using a stop sign as a battering ram, hurled explosives and other projectiles at law enforcement, repeatedly assault and dox officers.
Yeah, dude, and their attempts to breach the gates and shit, it's almost laughably pathetic. How they use like fucking sticks and stop signs and flimsy ass fucking umbrellas and shit. It's almost laughable. It's like, I mean, come on, man. Do we really have to just like, you know, mow them the fuck down? I might almost feel bad as to like how beta they actually look underneath their masks and declothed of their black garbs and their tattered clothing and their fucking wallet chains and all that bullshit.
Berate their law-abiding neighbors and have even rolled out a guillotine in front of the ICE facility. And more people should be reporting on that.
Dude, they're gonna
President
fuck
Trump has
them
sent
up.
federal law enforcement to protect federal
Antifa's
assets and
about to
arrest
get
those
fucked
fueling
up.
this violence. Just last...
No, you know what they're gonna do? They're just not gonna show up. They're just gonna run and hide like fucking cowards. That's probably what they're gonna end up doing. They're just gonna run and hide, and they're just gonna wait for the cavalry to go back to Washington, D.C., and then they'll come right back out. Wouldn't surprise me if that's the stance that they end up taking.
Tonight, we saw an extremely troubling incident.
But maybe not.
Conservative
We're not talking about the highest IQ individuals here.
On video, being taken into custody by the Portland police after he was ambushed by Antifa and was defending himself from these assaults. But instead of arresting these violent mob members night after night after night who are ravaging this community, the police arrested a journalist who was there trying to document the case.
Yes, they did. They arrested Nick Sorda. I think that's who, or Nick Sordor. I think that was his name. I actually got that post too. We'll check that out. I got the video of him getting arrested. Absolutely insane, dude. The Portland police have been ordered by the mayor to stand down anytime that Antifa is gathered anywhere. They could go into a grocery store and just grab anything the fuck they want, and as long as they're in fairly large numbers, the police don't do shit. Apparently, they're ordered not to do anything.
Chaos, and everyone in this room should be extremely concerned about that. The Department of Justice spoke with that journalist this morning, and they will be launching a full investigation into his arrest.
Good.
This incident is part of a troubling trend in Portland where left-wing mobs believe they get to decide who can visit and live in their city. It is not their city. It is the American people's city, and President Trump is going to restore that. Yep. I just spoke with the president
Protect the private
about this,
property.
and he has directed his team here at the White House to begin reviewing aid that can potentially be cut in Portland. We will not fund states that allow anarchy. There will also be an additional surge of federal resources to Portland immediately, including enhanced CBP and ICE resources.
Oh my God, dude, they're going to get so fucked up.
Prevail, and President Trump will make sure of it.
Oh man, oh man. If you got nothing to do over the weekend, especially in the late night hours, you could probably tune into YouTube somewhere and watch the live stream unfold, which there's probably going to be, I don't know what the other platforms, the other video streaming platforms out there. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be plenty of people out there streaming the event, and it's going to be really interesting to see that play out. But I just have a feeling that Antifa is probably, like, they're going to hear about this, like, huge force that's heading to Portland, and they're probably just not going to show up now. That would be my wild guess, but like I said a minute ago, we're not talking about the highest IQ individuals here, so I don't know, man. They might end up showing up anyway, but that would be quite interesting to watch. I'm definitely looking forward to tomorrow morning to see if there's any juicy footage that ended up happening tonight. That could be happening right now, actually, as I speak at least. It's 9:39 p.m. Eastern time, Florida time, and this is from Eric Daugherty. Breaking, Nick Sordor. Yeah, it was Nick Sordor. He faces a disorderly conduct charge after Antifa shoved him into a flower bed and someone threw a punch at him. They got mad when he recorded Antifa crying after being maced by federal agents. Drop the charge. Yeah, that's what they do. If Antifa notices that you're filming them in any manner at all, they'll try to attack you. That's part of the reason why they have the umbrellas, so they can try to shove you out of the way, and they try to block their own faces, and even though they're already masked up and all that. But all right, anyway, let's take a look at the footage. See what we got here. I think that's him right there.
Hey. Mark's a veteran. He's got it.
It looked like he was filming the whole time.
And look at Portland PD just hanging out watching people get assaulted.
Yeah, that's what they do. When Antifa's there, they stand down. Portland PD doesn't do anything. They don't do anything. So I'm going to check out his profile and see if he actually posted anything. I'm sure he did. Here we go. An Antifa militant who dumped red paint on the ICE facility here in Portland was just arrested after he turned. Okay, that was back on October 1st. Even though I didn't hear about that, though. That's kind of hilarious. Following my recovery of the American flag being burned in Portland yesterday, President Trump announced that from this point forward, anybody burning the flag will be subject to a year in prison. You will be immediately arrested. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay. Let's see. 2 hours. All right. That's... Oh, okay. So there's more views here. Antifa thugs swarm journalist next door, shoving him into a deep sidewalk pit like rabid jackals. Let's check this out.
I'm walking down the street. You go nowhere. Get out of here. I'll fuck your ass up. I will fuck your ass up. Get out of here. Get out of here now.
Dude's fucking so out of shape. What a fucking beta. The only strength they have is in numbers. A bunch of fucking assholes.
Nice rainbow color. I like your rainbow.
Oh, sorry. I'm right here.
There's still a lot of people out there.
Stay nimble. Don't walk your knees or else you'll fall in.
Oh yeah, dude, these people are 100% showing up tonight. I have no doubt in my mind. I would make a Vegas bet on it, actually. These people are not... They'll probably hide like cowards probably tomorrow. Once they get absolutely obliterated tonight.
They said you walked backwards and fell.
I fell into a hole. What are you talking about?
Nobody pushed you. I got part of it.
Hey, to bring it to you, got it.
Get out, white boy. You want your head slammed into the pavement? Get out. I'll slam your head to the pavement. I'm sure you will. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out.
Dude, nobody can understand what the fuck you're saying. I saw that dude out there the other night. I was watching a live stream on Sunday, I think. And that dumbass was out there talking shit. All right, well, that looks like that's basically it, right? Yeah, they're just talking over, but there's one more bit shorter.
Put that light. I'll fuck it up. I will fuck you up. I will fuck you up. Yeah, get back to your corner.
Talk about a bark louder than his, or worse than his bite or whatever the fuck. Bark bigger than his bite. Isn't that crazy how, like, after, like, that whole incident that we just watched, that 3-minute video, he got arrested for that. The dude that fell down, he was the one who got arrested. What the fuck? It's fucking ridiculous. Well, I don't know if well, maybe I don't know if they actually listened to Tim Pool specifically, but he said he's calling on the Trump administration to launch a legal challenge against Oregon following the arrest of Nick Sordor, and if necessary, deploy National Guard. I mean, they are doing just that. Caroline Leavitt addressed the news media, the national news media, that they're doing just that. So that's quite interesting. I've been in direct contact with top officials at DHS. What's coming in Portland is unprecedented, all thanks to Portland police exposing themselves by arresting journalists. Great work, Portland. Wow. I think they were probably going to show up regardless, but yeah, that certainly didn't help at all that they arrested Nick Sordor. I mean, look, he's got how many? Yeah, 1.2 million followers. He's fairly well known on here, to say the least. I mean, I see his stuff all the time. But anyway, so I don't really think there's probably much else on there with regard to that. I mean, I didn't really go much further than there. Send a letter to okay, so there's more details like sending letters. But yeah, you can check out his profile and see all the other info. And Andy No is chiming in on the situation. He's the Antifa expert. He's been assaulted by them, I'm sure, several times at this point. I know they beat him up pretty bad at one point a few years ago. Yeah, here we go. Like he's posting what Caroline Leavitt was saying that we watched a minute ago. Yeah, man. All right. So I guess I'll just move on from there and see where we're going next. And okay, yeah, he was released from custody. He's being charged with disorderly conduct. And he asked what happened. He said he was getting video of protesters getting maced by federal agents, which was embarrassing video for them as they were crying. I'm sure they were crying. Said they were swarmed, or they swarmed and surrounded him, pushed him into a flower bed. And then he was shocked to be arrested by the police. And he said he asked him about a female protester who was arrested with him. He said he talked to her in the jail, and she didn't seem like she was the one who assaulted him. Yeah, probably just another bystander. You know, like typical fucking Gestapo-style police. They only arrest the innocent. All right, man. I guess we'll just move on from there. And probably related, yeah, so Tricia McLaughlin, there will be a surge of federal resources to Portland immediately, enhanced CBP, and ICE Gov resources incoming. Thank you to FBI Director Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, the AG, the FBI, and the Justice Department, and the DEA for their swift action. Sounds like the DEA's even come down there, too. This violence will end under President Trump. I might end up staying up all night watching this because there's got to be people down there live streaming. I was watching on Sunday when nothing was happening. It was just look, I think that was the day after Trump announced that he was sending troops down there, but there were no troops down there on Sunday. There wasn't really anything going on. ICE wasn't out there. It was like at midnight, it was like 9:30 Portland time. But nothing was really happening when I was watching on Sunday, and there were over 200,000 people watching. Even though there wasn't really much going on at all. They were just standing around just talking shit. No, didn't really see any fights. I mean, a couple of people got in each other's faces, but nothing really substantial. Anyway, speaking of domestic violence, that's probably not the best way to put it, but domestic terrorism, how about that?